material that is not conventional, in the sense that you are not squeezing paint out of a tube. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's simpler to do that. I'm just making the comparison of it being simpler to squeeze paint out of a tube, or in comparison for natural dyes, you would have to go and source it. Like you would have to get it off a tree, or go to a pansari's, find a pansari's shop, go to it and ask him if he has harda seeds or harda powder, or manjishta powder, or indigo powder. And so even finding a pansari's shop is relatively more difficult than finding an art store nowadays. So a simple like comparison of how working with natural dyes becomes a little more difficult than other using other art material. Also, like, then again, sourcing your fabric. Now again, how do I explain this? Sourcing fabric versus sourcing canvas, and the exact kind of fabric, just the amount of different kinds of fabrics available is difficult, whereas the selection for canvases or paper is again more limited than that. So you have to know a lot more. You have to have a lot more. You have to know a lot more about your material, where it's coming from, what kind it is, where it is being produced. So like silk production, for example, happens in that belt between Mysore and silk rearing. I mean, like, the silkworms are being reared in almost every household along the road if you go from Bangalore to Mysore, and it is a home industry there. But weaving of that silk has become less and less prevalent in that area, and has been moved to the region of Tamil Nadu, where this silk goes there and is being woven into saris, dyed and woven into saris. So even like sourcing and knowing, having this information, and this is a particular kind of silk or two different kinds of silk that are being reared and turned into raw material for being in another state, and then of course the silk being made in Calcutta, around Calcutta, in West Bengal, is very different, or Assam again,
and
is very different to this silk.
Does this affect your dyeing process, the sourcing of where the silk is from?
Yes, absolutely. So that's what I'm saying now. Like, I mean, in canvas, I can think of a few different kinds of canvases. Again, I mean, in India, there is a limitation of that material also. But like, even if you're traveling abroad and then you see the various kinds of canvases, there's Italian this, Italian that, and
you have
this and that.
Cotton and linen canvas, and like, ho gaya.
Yes, exactly. So वो सब तो मैं कहती हूँ, you have to know कि कौन से silk पे तुम्हें किस तरह का effect चाहिए जो आएगा, which is very much a part of my practice. The way it looks eventually when after it's been dyed.
I want to ask you